Good morning. Today I shall be reading from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 13. But before I do that, I want to ask you something. How much do you know about Joseph? Apart from the fact, of course, that he was the husband of Mary, and as Luke's Gospel has it, the father, as people supposed, of Jesus. For instance, did you know that he was actually a saint? And did you know that it's St. Joseph's Day today, March the 19th? Well, it is. And for an ordinary guy, Joseph is the patron saint of quite a lot of people and things. He's the patron saint of carpenters. Well, I think we know why that is. But he's also the patron saint of unborn children, probably because he agreed willingly to take care of Mary and her unborn baby, even though the child was not his. And probably for the same reason, he's the patron saint of fathers. He's the patron saint of pilgrims, because he went every year to Jerusalem for the Passover. Patron saint of immigrants and travellers, which reminds us of his role in taking Mary and Jesus to Egypt to escape Herod's massacre of children in Bethlehem. And, I bet you didn't know this, he's the patron saint of estate agents. There you are, you estate agents. Did you even know that you had a patron saint? Well, apart from the stories around the Nativity, there's very little in the Gospels about Joseph, and it's generally thought that he died while Jesus was a youth. But here's a story that shows he was remembered in Nazareth. It's from Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 54. Coming to his hometown, Jesus began teaching the people in their synagogue, and they were amazed. Where did this man get this wisdom and these miraculous powers? They asked. Isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't his mother's name Mary, and aren't his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas? Aren't all his sisters with us? Where then did this man get all these things? And they took offence at him. But Jesus said to them, a prophet is not without honour, except in his own town and in his own home. And he did not do many miracles there in Nazareth because of their lack of faith. I think we sometimes see the local and the familiar as being ordinary, boring, unexceptional, whereas the exotic or the foreign things are more exciting, different, somehow more authoritative. For example, I've got a confession to make here. As a black countryman, when I hear somebody official, as it were, talking with a Birmingham accent, I find it very hard to take them seriously. You might remember that Tom Watson was once a junior defence minister, and whenever I heard him speak on the radio or the TV, I used to think, how can our defence be in the hands of a Brummie? Well, I'm nearly a Brummie, and I suppose in a way I was thinking, how can a Brummie boy like me be an important government minister? The danger in this is that we fail to listen to ordinary people who actually have quite inspiring stories to tell. Because of familiarity, Jesus could do no miracles in Nazareth. Yet, immediately before going there, he'd calmed the storm on the lake, cast out the demons from Legion, healed the woman with a hemorrhage, and raised Jairus' daughter. And even the people of Nazareth had heard of these things and were asking how Jesus worked such miracles. The right question, but they shied away from the right answer. Because their hearts and minds were not open to the possibility of wonder, they saw nothing to wonder at. Many ordinary people have a story to tell about what God has done in their lives. Times when they've been lifted out of despair, guided in a difficult decision, miraculously healed even. We might fail to see Jesus in these people and their stories. We might fail to do them honour or see what we can learn from them. The shop assistant, the bin man, the big issue seller, the parking warden, the next door neighbour, the jobless, the carpenter. They all have their story, and Jesus is in there somewhere. It's not just theologians who can tell us about God and his goodness. What messages might these other people have for us, if only we would listen? And the most important thing is this: that person might be you, and someone needs to hear your story. Never be afraid to tell it. May God bless you and all those you love and care for.